Behind me, I've got a 1990 Nissan 300ZX. It's twin turbo. We got a manual for it. It's also right-hand drive and a 4-seater. And I am so excited for this one. It is all torn apart and has been torn apart off the road for at least 12 years. And that might not be a ton of time, but you know, when trying to get it running and driving, it adds a little bit the fact that, you know, the engine's on a stand and everything else is, and I don't know what we got and what we don't got. We got to go through it all, but it does come with some great parts, and I'm really excited for this one. We're gonna get it together and on the road, and hopefully the next couple days here. So this is gonna be a challenge. Let's see how it goes. We're gonna do a quick walk around on this car. I'm gonna show you kind of everything, and then I guess we're gonna start tearing apart all these boxes. This is literally everything I got with it, from the engine over to both trannies and the rad and all this stuff. So much stuff, and these boxes are just full. Well, mostly full. Yeah, we got so much stuff to go through. We got a crate under there, and we got another pail of parts. Anyways, let's just do a walk around on this. So yeah, it's a right-hand drive, Japanese import, 1990. See the steering wheel on the other side. Originally twin turbo, and you see an auto. I got a manual transmission with it. We got to see everything else if we have everything to, you know, swap it over. But yeah, color not my favorite. It's okay, but it's not my favorite. Body is quite rough. It kind of looks not bad first glance, and then the more you look, you know. This doesn't even work. It's all messed up. We got some, like, you know, chips and surface rust coming through. Something scraped it here, and this is actually like a huge dent. You know, you kind of see that. And it's been used as a fixture in the garage for a table. That side's worse, but there's a lot of scratches. I'm looking at my camera, and it doesn't look so bad in camera, but like you get like deep scratches all through here. It's not great. You know, a couple door dings. The other side is also worse for door dings. Yeah, came with these, you know, actually I really like these. These are work equip. I don't know how to say it. They're like the Meisters, but pre-Meister. So they have a different name and a slightly different face. And yeah, I don't know. It's not a bad starting point. You see this fender, right? Kind of not the most beautiful. We got some weird stuff going on there, and it looks like it's dented underneath here. And this door is worse. Got a lot of nicks and dings everywhere. This was the side that people would walk on, and it shows. For some reason, I don't know what's with these handles, but they're not doing well. The gas door is broke. Yeah, it's just completely messed up. It's all scratched here. Yeah, you know, it's not horrible. It's something we can work with. So that's good. Look at this. We got more parts inside. It is. I don't know what I got myself into. It's a project, that's for sure. But I want to make a point with this thing, actually. Before I tear into it, let me make a quick point with this. And that is how quickly you can get your project together. This was somebody's project, and they just didn't finish it. They bought all these parts. We're gonna go through it all. So many new parts, working on put together a pretty nice little rig. But they got tired, I don't know, just sick of it. Life happened, and they just didn't do anything. They just let it sit, probably because they thought it was too big of a project. But I'm gonna show you how quickly you can just get your project on the road if you just work a couple evenings a week. I'm gonna put some extra time into it, but probably most of you can get your project on the road in like 2 weeks, just working a couple evenings a week. And you don't believe me, but you could do it. Believe me, I will show you how quick we will get this thing that has like nothing in it, and like stuff is like completely wrong and needs to go backwards still here. Engine doesn't even have a single accessory on it, missing the whole intake. These covers have been off, have to get resealed. I gotta take the whole top of the engine off, and yet we're gonna get this done pretty quick. So anyways, let's get through these boxes. We got tons of goodies, tons and tons of performance stuff in here, And it was, you know, I paid too much for the car, but it's still an okay score. So I'm just gonna start opening up boxes. I don't even know where to start with all this. We have so much stuff to get through. I have it somewhat organized. Went through it real quick before. And you'll see, we got tons of stuff, just like random hoses even. But here we have OEM wiring harness. I guess not OEM, it's aftermarket. Engine wiring harness. We have a transmission harness in here as well. And I believe, I didn't take a good look at it, but I believe it's the conversion one to convert auto to manual. If it is, then we're doing the conversion. If it's not, we gotta see what other parts we have and we need. But all wiring harnesses, great thing. We also do have a clutch pedal in here. It's not the one you want to do conversion, but it will work. Yeah, these are just good maintenance things. Obviously for these cars, their own harness. It makes it so much more work for me to try to get this thing on the road. But we'll use it. All right, this one's heavy. Oh, we got a lot to get through in this one. If I can stab myself. All right, we got brand new BDE engine mounts. We got a bunch of engine parts, seals. This is a filter. I guess this is wiring. I could have put that with that one, but it's more of an engine wiring thing. Rear main. We got turbo seals. That is an indication of what's also to come in here. Brand new turbo lines. Half moon things, and look at this. Gaskets for aftermarket manifolds. Beautiful, beautiful pieces here. These things are the best manifolds probably ever made for the Z, or yeah, possibly, and been discontinued long time. These are brand new, guy bought them, never used. So we got those, and we also got brand new turbos, upgraded turbos. These are Z1, the 525 plus kit. I don't know. They're actually their older version, I think, which I think are better because I think their newer ones are China. Don't quote me on that. These should be legit Garrett cores in original but modified Garrett housing. Anyways, that's box one. You see, box one starts out pretty good. Huge manifolds, big turbos, engine mounts, seals. This is crazy. This is crazy that people start these projects and buy everything and don't finish them. But these are the type of cars I pick up all the time. Just chuck it all back in here. Alright, I guess this was box two. This is not box one. This was box one. This is aftermarket parts, box one. Which this might be most aftermarket parts. But we got more new parts. Alright. Don't actually remember what's in this one. Come on. Stupid. Take them together. What the? Jeez Louise. Alright, this box, we got all the original stuff. We got some other miscellaneous. We got our fuel regulator and dampener, but we got the OEM turbos, all the OEM stuff. We're missing the intercooler, so we've got an intercooler duct. Nothing much to see there. Always great to have the OEM stuff though. Alright, this one. We have rad lines, we have random stuff. Some of this isn't even in this car. The guy had other projects over the years. Some of it got mixed in. We got fan, we got lights, we gotta put lights on. We have oil sandwich plate. Oops, I need that. I don't even know what this is. We got a random tube with lines connected to it. No idea. No idea. Alright. Let's get more into the good stuff. Come on. How did I have this in here? Okay. Let's start looking over here now. Move you around. We got, look at this. Alright. Also, huge part here. This is like, I can't believe that what some people spend their money on. This is amazing. I just never thought I'd even have one of these. Aftermarket oil pan for the VG. These are not cheap. This one's not even available anymore. This is a great piece right here. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna throw this on the engine because it requires relocating the filter and stuff. So this might go on the shelf. Might be probably the only piece that I'm getting here that is not going on this engine. But such a huge score with this car. I can't believe it. All right, what do we got in here? Oh, we got more parts, more brand new parts. So, one piece clutch line for the conversion. These are shift boots. Yeah, all shift boots, brand new red stitching. Pretty cool, pretty nice. We got slave cylinder. We got masters in there. Oh yeah, we got the upgraded clutch fork. Lots of stuff here as well. We have both OEM shifter and shift linkage and aftermarket shift linkage. Just buying things twice sometimes, apparently. And also in here, see if I can pull it out for you guys for 2 seconds. Nah, it's kind of tucked in there. I'll show you. We have a Specialty Z. It's not much to see. Specialty Z lightweight flywheel and one of their clutch kits. So, fantastic clutch kit. This is pretty much like an old box opening video, which is not something I like doing, or not something you'll probably see me do ever again. Normally, I just get used parts. All right. That's that. That's most of it. We also got, not brand new, but fairly new, aftermarket radiator, the Koyo. Great rad. Yeah, we got our fan. We got support bars, whatever, suspension stuff. We got an automatic trans and a manual trans. And now looking at that, I do think we're gonna do the manual trans. But I gotta measure drive shafts because it comes with 2 drive shafts. It comes with the stock one, which is blown out, and it comes with this really nice aluminum one piece. But I have a feeling this is for the auto, and if it is for the auto, I don't know. We gotta get a drive shaft made to do the manual, which is a huge pain. But we'll figure it out. There's a couple more parts that weren't even in the car, or I should say that were not in this mess, that are in the car. We have, this is half of it, a full Billy Boat exhaust. The other parts is on the car still. Yeah, it's hard to see. It is the oval tip, the desirable one, full 3-inch back. Yeah, we got some more seals in here, down pipes that'll fit the turbos we got even, which is awesome. Hard pipes. We're missing some piping, but we'll figure that out. We got, oh, come on. I don't even know all this. We got random foam, interior pieces, probably should get put back together. Oh yeah, we got a Greddy boost controller. That's the box. It's already installed-ish. More interior pieces. Come on. And I think we got some stuff in the back, but it's all tinted, and I'm not going to open it. I don't think it's much. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So we got like brand new turbos, brand new clutch stuff. We got an oil pan, which I'm not sure we're going to put on. We got to put on wiring harnesses, clutch. I don't know. I'm going to say things 5 times. It's a lot of work. It is a ton of work. And that's probably why this guy just threw in the towel and gave up. And why Ben has it now. So let's do something with it. And let's get this thing running. Oh, another thing. It's got these wheels, right? It's also got like a lot of stuff the guy ran for a couple thousand K before he blew it out. And we got brakes. We got fairly new slotted and drilled brake rotors front and back. He painted these things as well, calipers. It looks good. All right. I'm getting way sick of talking and I'm ready to get to work. So I think the first thing I got to do is deal with this engine bay because I kind of looked in it and it's not good. We have like alternator doesn't need to be in there. It should be out. We have the alternator lines is all for the automatic and for doing the manual. We got to pull all that out. The harness is like he didn't take none of this apart very well, which is maybe why I got discouraged. I don't know. The harness got to get taken out and taken out properly. Half of the stuff for some reason is not connected. We got to connect all this. And this is bent. What is going on here? I don't even know. Sometimes I look at other people's work and I think, oh, okay. Sounds good. Anyways, I'm going to start doing the harnesses. I am probably not going to show this on camera. I'm just going to start doing it. Harness needs to come out from the inside unless you cut it and relocate the area it comes in and out, which I might do that because I don't want to touch the AC because AC is probably still charged because it looks like nothing came out. But we'll see. I'll think about it. So yeah, we got to do that. I'm going to start doing harness. I'm going to start just like cleaning up all of this and taking out everything we don't need. So I might actually move all this stuff out of the garage for now. I'm going to move all this into the back of the Datsun just to make room to work on it. And we're going to start ripping this apart. Look at this mess. All of this came out of there. And look at this, looking way cleaner in here, way nicer. Still some stuff to clean up. We got a ton of vacuum lines. I don't know. And look at this. This is a fuel line. I mean, the fuel line is normally like 8 inches long. This, geez Louise, that's a lot of hose. Anyways, and I pulled the harness out. The harness usually comes out of here, and she is now in the pile. So basically, that's usually where the harness goes, but I'm going to move it to farther down. And why am I going to do that? Simple. All for the sake of time, because we're trying to get this project done. We're not trying to have it take 2 years. I'm trying to show how quickly you can get this stuff done. You just put your mind to it. So he actually took a lot of this out already. If you move it, you don't have to take all this out. But he took all this out because to do it properly, you got to take this out, which is the whole AC condenser or whatever, the AC part that's inside the car. And you have to like loosen this. This is your fan motor. There's a whole support in here and glove box and yada, yada, yada. Well, I don't want to disconnect the AC. That's a whole thing where, I got to call people to discharge it, assuming it's charged, because I don't know. At this point, you have to assume it is. And I don't want to wait for that. And I don't want to take all this out and do all that extra work. So instead, I'm going to drill a hole in the firewall and it'll come out right around here instead of way up higher behind this stuff. So yeah, it'll just come out right here, and we'll do the same size hole. So just come, and the ECU sits here, and we're good. The wire always comes down here anyways, so why not just move it there, save the time, and get it done. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get a drill out, and I'm gonna drill that hole as a reference point. This is the drain for the AC right here, so I'll just put it right here-ish. Should be fine. It's gonna be a little close to some of the exhaust here, but I don't know. It should be fine. The AC lines are right there. How bad can it be, right? And I have seen it done before. I had another car that somebody did this and it looked like it worked. So we're gonna give it a try, and then we'll cover up that hole with a big grommet or something. I don't know. So we'll do that. We'll get the harness in, and once the harness is in, this is kind of mostly cleaned up. I guess then I'll start doing assembly on the motor already, which is crazy. I'm only like 2 hours into this, and I even had a break because I had a part stats in here and somebody came and took it away. So you just put your mind to work and get going with it, and put your hands to thinking, and stuff happens. I got my hole drilled. We got it right there. You can even see light through it, and I should have measured it after. I measured it before. It should be the right size. And then I got my harness here. We're gonna try to get this thing in. So basically we have way more extra room now to fit it down in there than before. Just this goes inside. This sits in the hole nicely, hopefully. And then all this is for the engine. And yeah, I'm gonna see if we can get this thing to fit. You can see the hole right up there. I cut this back, but I didn't cut it back amazingly well. But I sanded down the hole opening as well with the flap disc, so it should be no sharp edges on it. Look at that. should be mint. And then it's going to be all this extra line come down here. One plug here. ECU sits here. No, that's for something else. And then ECU plug. ECU's right here. So it sits down in there. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see if we can get this to fit. I sure hope so. Where's my tripod? I'm actually going to have you guys watch me do some work for once. So you don't think that as soon as I turn the camera off that I have one of my daughters do all the work for me. They are pretty smart kids, but I actually get it done. They're just my motivation in life. All right. Such nice brand new harness. Okie dokie. And I'm gonna want, once it's in, this thing facing up this way, so it comes up around, and then I can go to the top of the engine, some over there and some over here as it splits. But yeah, forcing it kind of away from all the hot gases. So I think I'm going to try to just, since I don't care about the paint because it's awful. It's not awful, it's just not amazing. Just put that over there. See if I can't feed this through and down. I might have to jump to the other side as well. Okay. Seems to be going way too easily. Oh, already messed up. I put it on the wrong side of the AC line. Alright, come out. Alright, nice. Nice! Yeah, this is way more difficult on this side. Alright. Sneak in there, girl. Come on, man. What are you catching up on now? Yeah. There we go. There we go. Get in there. Get in the hole. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. You know what? I wonder what Vice Grip Garage is doing today. I wonder if Derek is this deep into a vehicle. Well, probably. Hopefully something cool like a Camaro or something. I don't know. Hey, yo. Vice Grip Garage. I love your stuff. Alright. I think I should check it on the other side. But look at this. I think we just about got her. I just got to get that thing popped in there nice and tight. And then this comes up away from all the hot gases. And we are golden. And then, because this car is going to last another 35 years or however old this thing is. In another 30 years, they're going to be doing it again. And they're going to be like, that's way easier. Alright, I'm going to get that in. And then we're going to start talking about this engine. Alright, so actually, slight change of plan. Harness is in. It's all good. I think it's going to work. I don't know, 50-50. I was going to get going on the engine. And I got to reseal these valve covers because they've been off and loose and yada yada. More to that later. But I realized I'm missing some hardware. And the old owner said he found it. So I need that. But I'm not getting it today because he's out of town. I'm not sure when I'm getting it. Hopefully soon. If I don't get it soon, well, I don't know. I might just have to figure out something else. But since I'm waiting for that, I thought I will work on something else because we got lots to do. And I just realized, one thing I could do is actually this. Try to figure that out. But we have an inside door handle, and that seems like, you know, when I get around to it sort of thing. Okay, I got to do the pedals. We're doing the manual swap, so I'm going to start taking apart all this, and I'm going to see if I can try to get that pedal in there. And we'll see how that goes. Also, I'm not sure how this will go because we have lines going through where it's got to go through the firewall. You drill this out, pop it off, and that's where the pedal goes in, but somebody fed something through here. So I got to take everything out on the inside, see what's going through there, see if I can disconnect it somewhere, and hopefully they didn't solder it into the wire somewhere. And I got to do wiring my connections, so let's do that. We're still day one. We're still doing good. See if I can get this pedal figured out. And then, I mean, manual swap, half the hard stuff is done. So, I'll do that. Unfortunately, I didn't get to work late last night because I had a lot of other stuff going on. So realistically, yesterday I put in maybe 3-4 hours, easily enough that most guys could do in the evenings after work. Today it's going to be similar. It's like 12 or 1. I don't know. I can't check. All right, but it's like around noon or slightly afternoon, probably slightly afternoon at this point in time. And I'm finally getting back to this thing today. So it's only going to be like another 3, maybe 4 hour day probably on this because I do have other stuff to do as well. But that shows you how much you can do if you just get off your butt and work, which I am usually guilty of as well. Anyways, let's do a quick recap. Yesterday, we did that wiring harness on this side, and I got that clutch pedal in. It's super dark. Oh, I have a light here. Yep, so I got that clutch pedal in right there. And the brake one, I just cut it down and then put the pad over. And it works perfect. So that is huge win. That pedal is like one of the most difficult parts. I still have to put all this interior back up under there because I had to take that all out to get it to fit. But that's okay. And I popped that cover off. And now we still have to put the master there. But we will do that. So today, I'll probably start with that. I'll probably start doing the interior here, put that all back together. I'll put the master cylinder on here for the clutch. I'll probably wire the clutch line in. I still have to clean up some of this engine-based stuff. Like that's still kind of a mess, this piping and everything. There's some wires for some headlights. I gotta just probably clean up that. But anyways, I might do that. But really what I should be doing is working on the engine. And you'll notice the garage door's closed. And I'll show you why really quick. Yep. Just, look at it, it's still snowing. It's crazy out here. So, I don't know. Every time we think we're done with snow, we get another dump. So I'll just keep on working here, and we're going to get this thing on the road really soon. And I say that optimistically, but we will see. I have no idea. I'm still missing some parts. All right, I'm going to get going. Well, I'm not going to lie. It's been a couple days where I didn't get as much done as I wanted. But hey, that still happens as long as you get out to the garage and keep working. Stuff gets done. But I got to show you what's going out today. Yesterday I said I had the door down, I think. I don't remember. But I think I said I had the door down because it was cold or snowy out. Well, let me show you. The kids have been playing already this morning. So it's kind of... But look at this. It's ridiculous. You probably can't even tell how much snow there is. This is all like a day and a half. It is ridiculous. You can't even tell, honestly. There's like 1.5 feet of snow here. It's wild. Wild that we are end of March and it's just... there was no snow anywhere. And like, look at that. Look at the overhang on my garage. There is so much snow. Look at this. Look at my balcony up there. I shouldn't show you too much of my house. Yeah, so much snow. All right, back to the Z. I got a fire going here a little while ago, so it's warm-ish in here. Yeah, so we got, yesterday, I did manage to get these all sealed, done. We still had on this thing all the water lines. This is the plenum, so I got that all sorted. Now I got to do the EGR delete once that's done. And I just did this as well. I just took the old tubes, cut them off, zoop, and then, ticky-tacky weld them shut because I don't have a kit. So that works perfectly good. And I cut the inside off so it's just flat. You know what I mean. All right. Engine stuff. So yeah, I don't have near as much room. This is what I'm working with. Brutal, but who cares? Because we're working and getting it done. Yeah. Gonna get this on here right away once I get the EGR done. And then we're getting close to just like putting on turbos. We'll put on the manifolds, I guess, and then we'll do turbos, yada, yada, yada. And once we get all that done, which it takes a few hours, quite a few hours. Once we get that done, we're getting pretty close to putting it in the car. At that point, we'll like lift up the engine, put the clutch on and everything, trans on, and slap her in the car. So we're getting close. Like I have not put that many hours in the last couple days, and this is only day 3, I think. And yeah, The light at the end of the tunnel is already starting to show. So I'm just gonna keep working. We're gonna put that on, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep her going. So let's go. Check this out. Motor is coming together. We got the top on. I even put the fuel pressure and dampener things on. Make the fuels do fuel things. Anyways, she's actually looking like a motor now. I wish I could back up, but of course we got so much snow I can't. But there she be, actually coming together. Now we're getting to the fun stuff. About time. We're now doing the performance parts-ish. We're gonna maybe do some other ones later, but again, getting her on the road. This thing came with some MSP manifolds. These things are the best manifolds you can get on the 300ZX, and they have not been available for quite some time. So, pretty stoked to throw these on there. Everyone was telling me, just sell them, don't put it on. But that's not the point of this. The point of this is to show you how quick you can get your project on the road. These came with the car, so these are what we're putting on. After these go on, we do turbos, and then with turbos, we do all the turbo oil lines and water lines, and that is a whole bunch of work. I just got to sit here and somehow tinker away and get it done. It's going to take me a few hours at least. Hopefully, they go on once. Often, they go on once, and then I realized a water line was supposed to go on before or after, or this or that, or you know how it goes. So anyways, hopefully it goes quick. But yeah, I'm going to slap these on, and then we're going to slap turbos on, and then we are getting very close to thinking about dropping this in. So we're getting there. I'm just going to keep going. We're still on day 3. We're actually only like 10 hours into this. So, you know what? It's going good. All right. I really want to drive this thing next week, but depends on the weather. We'll see what happens. But let's get all these turbos and stuff on. All right, I did the other side already. I got the gasket on. We also had to put a shorter nut on this one. And I should test fit it, I guess, first. Because, shorter nut, I meant shorter stud. So we don't want that stud. Hey, get on there. Oh, I guess that's also why we test fit. It doesn't fit with the alternator bracket. All right, alternator, that's power steering. This is alternator. All right, I gotta pull this off quick. All right, there we go. Done deal. Test fit number 2. This is gonna work better. Look at that. All right, she fits. We got some room on the outside. Perfect. Should have got this water line out of my way before I started. Oh well. Alright, now I gotta just do all these bolts. I gotta do this one as it goes up. You know, I can just get it past the end, and then I can do all the other ones. And it's super easy. Anyone else just keep themselves entertained while they work? Pretty much everyone? Great. Glad it's not just me and I'm not a weirdo. Well, I might be a little bit, but that's besides the point. Oh man. Get on there. Don't be a nuisance. Yep, there we go. Nice. Alright, now we're gonna use the zap machine. Oh, knocking stuff over. I got no room in here. I need to get in the shop again. Maybe, we'll see. I don't know. You guys want to watch me just do this whole thing by hand? One little turn at a time? Oh, I guess you could because I just got it done. Was not so bad. Alright, I should have done this in order, but oh well. Click, click, click. Let's double click this one. Oh, it doesn't want to get in. Never have that problem. Alright. Now, we gotta do one of the most underrated, underappreciated things to these exhaust manifolds. Putting the heat shield back on. I know some people might think this is silly, But believe me, it is very important. Heat is energy. Whatever you can do to keep heat inside this thing will help you with performance. At the beginning, when everything's cold, it's got to heat up all this mass. But once it's hot, hey, that's the wrong one. It's not going to be heating up the mass, and then that energy that it takes to heat up the mass is going to go into the turbo. I know that sounds weird because you're thinking air speed, and you're not thinking heat for getting that turbo spooled, but you got to think of energy. We're talking energy here. If you're losing energy, that's a bad thing. So these heat shields just help insulate the manifolds so that when they're hot, they stay hot. They don't cool down as fast, especially between shifts and everything like that. Just keep everything nice and hot and toasty where you want it to be hot and toasty, and not where you don't want it to be. So yes, they look not the prettiest, covering up these beautiful manifolds, but that's how she be. That's what we're doing. And we're going for performance here. We ain't going to show off. We don't know how to do that. All right, I gotta do the other side, and then we gotta figure out turbo. We got things moving along though, and I am getting pretty excited for this. All right, well, I got those exhaust manifolds on, and I got heat shields and everything, and I wish I had more room to like set this all up nicely for you guys to film, but I just don't right now with this weather. But it's time for turbos, and turbos are a huge thing. This guy bought basically one of the best turbos you can get, in my opinion, for building a car you're running on the street. And they are the Z1 525 turbo kit. Non-sponsored. I mean, I'm not even saying I'm a huge fan always of Z1, but they do some good stuff. They do some great stuff. I'm not getting into that debate right now. But these are great turbos. It is the stock housing, and then they bore out the inside and put a bigger propeller and a bigger exhaust side on it. But that means that these spool super fast, like close to stock. And yeah, these are good for 525 horsepower, as the name would suggest. And you can get pretty close to that on pump gas. If you do like everything, which we've done most of everything, we should be seeing like basically 500 horsepower on pump. So yeah, it's going to be sweet. I wouldn't be surprised if at the wheels were maybe, I don't know, I would guess 480 just as I'm going to set it up. But we definitely could turn it up and probably make 500. A couple things are going to slow us down. I don't want to get too much into that, like injectors and intercoolers. But I have that stuff. We'll do it later. Right now, we're going to be capped with injectors. So these are probably going to make only like 400. But yeah, these are 500 horsepower capable turbos. And we are going to turn it up after I get it going with injectors and make 500 horsepower with these. These are phenomenal, phenomenal little turbos. And like this guy, he bought all this good stuff. I can't believe, and this is normal for me, but I can't believe that people buy all this stuff and get so far in their project and then just get, you know, I don't know, overwhelmed, get exhausted by it, and then just give up, because this is going to be a sweet, sweet little setup here. Easy, a 500 horsepower setup, and it's just going to take a couple weeks to put together. So while we're doing it for them, we're going to get it done. And then, yeah. So anyways, I just want to talk about the turbos really quick. These are really sweet units. And, yeah, we got the oil lines here. We got oil restrictors and oil line kit as well he bought. I have all the gaskets somewhere. I got to find it. I don't think it's in this box. Everything's only somewhat organized. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So we got all the gaskets. And we got to put the stock pieces on here, and on here we'll do this one probably at the end. We got to put the stock outlets on here. We got any gaskets for it. Yeah, oil lines, water lines. Water lines are, I think one's on there. I don't know. I got to go through this. I'll figure it all out and get them on. And then I'll probably show you guys, because at that point, this engine is about ready to get dropped in, minus the trans stuff. So big moment. Put it on these turbos. All right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It's going to be awesome. Well, it's a new day, and we still got snow on the ground. Actually, looks like it's snowing a little bit again. Not much. Anyways, this is ridiculous. We got like 1.5 feet of snow. It's ridiculous. Look what I picked up this morning. Yeah, that's right. I should be working on the Z, but of course, I always got a zillion other things going on. We got a little K24 here. So, what am I going to do with that? I don't know. There's a couple options, actually. But we'll go through that in another video. It's, I think, 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, and I'm finally back to this. But let me give you an update on what we did last night. I stayed up late, and I got both turbos on, and I did all the heat shields on them and everything. And that's turning it the wrong way. Always turn it the right way. Yeah. Prime the oil and everything like that. Drainage lines are on. Coolant lines are on. Yeah, like the ones that had it in place, I put on. But I put a bolt there. But I still got to run the other lines. But yeah, we got them done on both sides. She's looking freaking minty. So yeah, we are off to the races. Things are going really well now. Today, I don't think I'm going to drop it in. I just don't have enough time. I only have like an hour or so today. So, but like I keep saying, even if you have just an hour, get out here, get some work done. It's amazing how quickly things can go if you just keep putting in a little bit of time. But anyways, I'm gonna do the intake on these, so it comes up from here to here. I could put these pipes on, but I think I'm gonna leave them off till I get in the car. You can do those in the car. I'll do those intakes. I'll see if I can run the coolant lines. I cut this one off. This one usually goes like here. I usually just cut it off and then put a little flare on the end, and then the other one goes to the back. So keeps all the water lines, coolant lines at the back, which is awesome. And yeah, I did not use, I had a kit, but I do not use these usually for right-hand drive vehicles because the oil sending unit on the left-hand drives are on the far side, on the, over here, on here, this thing, and on the oil tree. And then that's no big deal. You just have your sensor coming off of there, and the oil line does not get interfered because it goes in the back here. It goes right here. But on right-hand drives, it's right here. And this whole line gets deleted with this kit. So then you got to figure that out, which that's just a pain to figure out after. So I just run the hard lines, the stock ones. They're great. No issues with that. And this will go on another car. So yeah, anyways, I think that's pretty much all the updates for today. But she's looking real good. Technically, today's day 4. Some of these days, I've only put in a couple hours of work, so it's hard to say. But yeah, sure, we're on day 4 of just working a couple hours a day to make this happen. And yeah, I'm going to see if I can run some lines, run those intake pipes. I opened the door just so, you know, we could step back and bask in the glory of this thing. So I got to put the alternator. Maybe I'll put the alternator on today. Maybe I'll put motor mounts on today. It's a lot of just little stuff to finish up that need to happen before she gets dropped in. But yeah, water lines, engine mounts, alternator, intake pipes, you know. I think that'll be it. We'll see. We'll see how much you get done in like 2 hours. But anyways, I'm going to get going on this. You know what? If you're here, you stuck around this long, you know what? Maybe I ask you, what should I do with this? I got a KA24 out of a 240Z, comes with the trans, multiple options. I could stick it in the Datsun, but Datsun's running good, so I don't really want to mess with that. Could put it in the 300ZX, but that'll offend a lot of people. But with a turbo, this thing can make, you know, 300-400 horsepower, maybe 500 or 600 if we do like full build. That would be freaking sweet. That'd be super easy to fit in there and work on. I don't know. What do you guys think? If you guys have cool ideas, let me know. Or if somebody has a car and you're in Alberta and it needs an engine and it's a Datsun or a Nissan and it's little and it's cheap, I'll buy it and stick this in there. But I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's a really cool swap that we should put in something. Or I'm going to sell it to a buddy and put it in his truck. I don't know. But that's it for now. And when I say for now, I mean, you know, till tomorrow. Let's, now that this thing's looking really minty, let's get her ready to drop in. So that hopefully, today's Saturday, hopefully Monday, because I don't work on Sundays usually. Monday we'll drop her in and get everything else done on Monday, minus drive shaft, because I still don't have that. If we get everything else done Monday, Tuesday, that's like 5 days of work. And we got this project that's been sitting for 12 years back on the road. So who knows? We'll see if we can make that happen.